The Bellville kidnapping case has been postponed till the 4th, 5th and the 6th of next month. 18-year-old Claremont High School matric pupil Karabo Tau, accused of kidnapping a 2-month-old Kwahlelwa Tiwane, appeared before the Bellville Magistrate's Court. For more on this, I am now joined in live for us outside the court by Newzroom Africa reporter Athi Mtongana on all the latest. Athi, we saw the mother of the twins testifying today, couldn't help but break down crying as the prosecutors were asking her the question, has she found the baby yet? Of course, the baby still has not been found. She was also questioned by the defense along a similar line of questioning. What have we learned out of her testimony today?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Thabo. It has been quite a lengthy bail application process here at the Bellville Magistrate's Court. Of course, 18-year-old Karabo Tau, who is believed to be a matric pupil from Claremont High School, is still behind bars. She will be back again on the 4th, 5th and the 6th of February for a continuation of the bail application. And in terms of what transpired inside a court this afternoon, Thabo, of course, the mother of the 2-month-old baby, Kwahlelwa Tiwane, was testifying today. She was questioned, cross-examined by the state as well as the defense. And so the line of questioning was really the same, both sides, their defense and the state, really trying to get an understanding as to how the mother was introduced to the so-called social worker. And even as prosecutor Matric began his questioning, the mother began by asking her, do you, as the mother of the 2-month-old baby, recognize the person who is currently standing before Magistrate's Court? And that is, of course, 18-year-old Karabo. And she responded by saying she does recognize the person who is the accused in this matter, and that is the person who allegedly went and approached her at her home in Kwahlelwa to pose as a social worker, of course promising some food parcels and food vouchers, and also subsequently also promising the father of the babies a job at one of their offices. And that is yet, of course, to be known whether, of course, that statement is true or not. And of course, then the defense also took its turn in cross-examining Asanda Tiwane. And before that, actually, Thabo, she broke down and cried when the prosecutor asked her. Until now, well, she was actually tracing the events and the day that she was actually introduced to the social worker till the day she last saw her baby in Paro. And when the prosecutor actually got to the point where he asked her about, you still haven't seen your baby until today, and her response was in fact not in a verbal way, but rather she broke down and cried, and we started seeing tears coming and rolling down her eyes. And that's when Magistrate's Court, who's presiding over this matter, asked her if she's still okay to continue being cross-examined by the prosecutor. They handed over some tissues. It was quite an emotional moment there where everybody had to pause and wait to find out if she was still in a good state to continue to testify. And then she did actually respond and say she was fine. And the cross-examination continued, with the defense also pressing on this issue that they pressed the investigating officer on, asking her about the specific times, because the defense has actually come out to say, and in fact they have handed over a letter to a magistrate's court, which is apparently a letter from the school, which states that Karabo Tau was at school at the time that the mother alleges the baby was taken. And today, that same defense lawyer representing Karabo Tau produced video footage which the state refused for it to be played today, saying that they were not warned that the video footage would be played today. And in that video footage, we understand that it is evidence to show that Karabo Tau was at school. And so the magistrate ended up saying, let's not play the footage today, let's wait for another appropriate time, saying it is not appropriate to have the video footage played while the mother is being cross-examined. And so we will obviously at a later stage be able to view that video footage to see whether Karabo Tau was actually at school at the time of the alleged incident. And so now the case has been postponed, Thabo, like I said, to the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th of February for the continuation of the bail application. Now, I need to add that a second person was arrested last week on Friday in the morning, like the investigating officer pointed out when he was testifying, that there is someone that he was looking at arresting, and in fact, a 22-year-old man from DRC, the defense representing that 22-year-old second accused, saying that his client is in fact from DRC but has been in South Africa since the age of 6 years. But now he's obviously 22 years old, and his case will be heard sometime next week, Thabo. But the state did indicate earlier on that he's hoping that they can both be combined rather than them being heard separately. The first accused and the second accused, of course, a Schedule 1 offense here that the accused both face, that being, of course, kidnapping. And the sad part about this case, Thabo, is that, of course, the baby is still unknown. No one knows at the stage where the baby is, and the father was obviously, of course, raising concern to us earlier on that he is very fearful of whether their baby is still alive or not.
Now, Athi, when trial resumes, I believe the defense will be introducing 4 witnesses to come and make their case.
That's correct, Thabo. The defense has indicated that it will be calling about 4 witnesses, and that includes the mother of the accused, Karabo Tau. Accused herself will also be cross-examined by the defense, and of course I'm thinking the state will also have an opportunity to cross-examine Karabo Tau as well, including her mother, as well as a representative from Claremont High School. Remember, this is where the 18-year-old accused comes from in terms of where she schools. And then we'll also see the 4th witness being called by the defense, possibly someone who will give evidence around the video footage that will be played at a later stage here at the Bellville Magistrate's Court.